So Neil, I know that one of the hesitations lawyers have around business development is the balance of time between the billable hour, the family time, and the business development. You seem to have that all mastered. Could you share with our audience a little bit about how you make that work?
Well, I wouldn't say I haven't mastered it. No one ever truly masters it.
I'm trying to be kind.
It's like riding a bucking bronco. You just try to stay on as long as you can. But I think the way to do best at it is to make sure you carve out some time for business development just about every day. I tell associates at our firm, if you expect that you're going to be a partner at this firm or at some other firm someday, business development should be part of your daily routine, except on your craziest, most insane days, right? So if you're taking a plaintiff's deposition for 12 hours one day, that might be the one day you don't do anything for business development. But outside of those days, you should be able to find 5 minutes, 20 minutes, right, to follow up on some lead or go research some organization you want to join or write a little bit of an article that you want to get published. I wish I remember who I had heard say this, but I once heard someone refer to this as taking your daily marketing vitamin.
Okay.
Right? So
that's a good quote.
Yeah. So the same way you take a vitamin every morning, the same way you brush your teeth every morning, just make it part of your routine, even if it's a tiny bit every day. The place where you don't want to end up is where you get really busy, you've got a bunch of briefs due, you bill a bunch of hours 1 month, and then you bring your head up above water and you've done nothing for business development for 6 weeks.
Right.
And now you feel guilty and overwhelmed, right, and so forth. And so now it becomes something you're trying to psychologically avoid, right, because you already feel bad about it.
Yeah.
So build it into your daily routine, even if it's a tiny bit.
Yeah, something that I found works too is to just maybe try to do it early, kind of because it ends up being that thing that gets pushed off during the day. So you could do it at 8 or 8:30 versus 3 or 4, because then it just ends up never happening. The day got away from you. So that's just another add-on to what you're saying, but I think that makes a lot of sense. And then once you get to the point where you're feeling like you're doing it a little bit every day, obviously it might take more than 5 or 20 minutes a day to be successful and get to the point where you're bringing in $1 million or that you're growing at that level. What are some other things that you'd say help you to keep a balanced life?
I wish there was an easy solution. There's not, As you progress up the career ranks, as you make partner, as you take on more responsibilities for developing and bringing in business, your time management, the raw hours that you put in to your profession, both billable and non-billable, I think typically stay about the same, but at least you start to gain some more control. Right. Okay. So as you get to the point where you can delegate some work to others, right, or figure out some tricks for having your assistant do some of the legwork on your business development efforts. I do that from time to time, where I'll ask my assistant to do just like some basic research on a company that I want to target or something like that. Instead of me spending half an hour on Google, have someone else do it. So any slight advantage you can get like that will help, because the pressures on your time don't get any easier.
Yeah, I think the delegation is key. That at some point you have your own clients and you have the ability, as you continue to grow, to delegate things out, and maybe the lower end work goes to the associate that needs to do that work anyway, and then it frees you up to stay outside and put Michael Jordan on the court, not keep him on the bench, right, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay.